Did you watch the fights this weekend? Jerron Boots Ennis and I forget the dude who was fighting.
No, I was at that concert. I missed it.
Boots is very good, and for the most part, he beat his ass. But the third round, he got rocked. The third round was incredible because the kid he was fighting. Who's the gentleman that he was fighting, Jamie? Zayas, yeah, young kid. He got dropped in the second round, like pretty bad. Boots is very good. He's like one of the best boxers alive. And then the third round, the kid came back and rocked Boots, and it was just a war. Just the third round was incredible. Boots wound up stopping him. I think he stopped him in like the 7th or the 8th round. He just dropped him one last time, and the corner called it. It was enough. Like he was getting his ass kicked. But he was very, very valiant. You know, it was a really good fight. Like Boots is better than him. Like clearly, he's on another level. But this kid showed just tremendous heart. But it's like that third round was just coming back from getting dropped in the second. Like those kind of moments where a guy's getting fucked up, like the Gaethje Topuria fight.
Yep.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when it's really a fight.
A real fight.
Yeah.
Because Topuria was on him in that second round.
Ooh, man, we were so close. They were in.
You could hear it.
You could feel it. Where I was, man, and you know, obviously we're always close to the cage on those things. But when Topuria was landing those body shots, it was right against our side of the fence, and I'm literally like, oh my! I mean, holy fucking shit, man! And I've seen a lot of people get ripped to the body before, but there's something about his close range strength near that clinch, that close up fucking range of Ilia that is scary.
He's so good, dude. He's so good, and he's so precise. He just tried to, like, Chael, I always repeat this because Chael Sonnen said it was perfect. If you try to win by knockout and fail, you won't win a decision.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just run out of gas because, like, you're not supposed to fight like that if you think that the fight's going to go 5 rounds. Like, Ilia had him hurt, and he's like, I can take him out. But Justin's so durable, man. He's so durable. And that left hook to the body, the sound of it, man, it's just whip. It's so perfect. He throws perfect punches. His punches are just, I mean, even Justin said it in the post-fight interview. Like, when he's fresh, his skills are unmatched. Like, that's a crazy thing to say to a guy you just beat up and made stop. He stopped him in the 4th round.
Yeah.
That's crazy to say. Like, his skills are unmatched, but they really are.
At every point of that, anybody I think that knows anything about those two fighters is going, until this is stopped, anybody can win this. Like, even when his face was blown up and his eyes looked black and closed, until that air horn rings, I'm like, anything. Yes. One punch. And we've seen it even with Gaethje. You saw it with Holloway, right? Was it him? Who did he square up with in the middle?
Yes.
Holloway, yeah.
Yes.
So
Max
it's like
hit him with that final punch.
One chin, with 1 second left, it can all be over.
Yeah, that was a little different in that Holloway caught him with a jump spinning back kick to the face in the very last seconds of the 1st round and broke the bone of his nose.
Oof.
We talked about it on the podcast. And I was like, that changed that fight because before that, Gaethje was pressing him and it looked very competitive and it looked like maybe Gaethje had a slight advantage. But that's because Max is very clever. He's a very clever fighter. Like, he's always switching stances and moving and, you know, really hadn't showed that spinning back kick a lot. That hadn't been a feature in a lot of his fights. He did it a few times, but for him to land it that way, backing up, jump to the face, I mean, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect, and his nose was fucked. And if you're fighting with a broken bone on your face, every time you're getting hit, you're getting just blasted.
Yeah.
The pain is insane. And then, you know, he was a step behind Max. Max was teeing off on him. He landed some good shots, though, even though it was a good fight. I mean, Max was definitely ahead in the 5th round, but it was a good fight. And then, you know, during that wild exchange, he should have never done that.
Yeah.
He was already fading, whereas Max was still very fresh. Fucking crazy fight, man.
Yeah,
that was a crazy fight.
I think Topuria's nose was broken in round 2, I think. It was pretty early on. And
hard to say.
Yeah.
You know, but Justin did clip him with a bunch of those uppercuts. So Justin does this thing where he, like, collar ties you and then throws an uppercut in tight, and he's really good at it. He's really good at, like, turning you a little and then throwing an uppercut. In these exchanges, he collar ties and uppercuts. He caught him a few times, and you just get one of those on the fucking nose, on the old schnozzle. This thing's so brittle.
Yeah.
It's such a, if you feel your nose, just feel it. Have you ever seen Merab's nose? The X-ray of Merab's nose. You never seen it? I sent it to you, right, Jamie? Jamie will find it. It's crazy. Look at it looks like.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
Oh, fuck.
Bro.
Jeez.
That thing is destroyed. I mean, it's destroyed. He's getting zero air out of that. He's got the best cardio on planet Earth, and he's getting zero air out of his nose.
Wow.
But he won't get it fixed. Because if he gets it fixed, he can't fight for like a year. And he just wants to keep on trucking.
Yeah. That dude's a freak.
If I was his friend, I would say, dude, you got a lot of money. You're a world champion. Let's fix the nose. Let's fix it. Let's take a year off, come back, and fuck these motherfuckers up. Because if that guy's got a fixed nose, he's got 10% more cardio.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
That guy with 10% more cardio, that's an extra weapon. Mm-hmm. I would get it fixed. But the problem is, if he gets it fixed and then like he fights a guy like Holloway and he gets spinning back kicked to the nose in the first round and it's shattered his again, then he's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Because if they have to fix it again, then they might have to start taking pieces of your rib out and reconstructing your nose and grafting bone and doing weird shit. And then sometimes that shit doesn't take, and sometimes it gets infected, and then you have a bone infection on your face. And what do they do then? Do they have to remove your nose? Is that what they have to do? Fuck.
God.
Scary shit, man.
Very much so.
These fucking dudes, man. That is a crazy job. To risk your life, risk your health, risk your bones. You're making a living by trying to damage another person who's trying to damage you.
Nuts.
But it's also why it's the most exciting shit in the world to watch.
Exactly.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Even boxing, as, tamed in comparison to MMA because there's less weapons and less options. And
a lot more padding.
Yeah. You don't get the chokeouts, the crazy chokeouts. There was a crazy chokeout this weekend. His name is Ruzaboyev, and he fought, God, how do I say his last name? He fought this Russian cat and got him, Russian or Ukrainian, I forget. But he got him in a rear naked choke and put him to sleep. And it was one of those ones where the guy looks dead. He's like lying there. I mean, it was a fucking nasty choke, man. And yeah, and it's, look at him.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
It was dark, dude.
It's another meme out this week along with the WNBA
Pulev,
girl pointing.
that's his name. Bro, it was nuts.
The memes on these things are nuts nowadays.
Oh, the internet is undefeated.
Oh, it's crazy.
They're so good at memes.
Oh, my God.
There's so many people out there working jobs that they hate that are smart and funny.
Yep. We were talking about it the other day, but have you caught up with any of those WNBA? What's her name? The girl that's pointing at her.
Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been paying it. Can you put that thing in the middle? Put the
Yeah.
ashtray in the middle. I've been paying attention very little, but one of the things that I did watch is all the fouls. Like, these bitches throw each other to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They poke each other in the eyes. Like, they do this. They literally jab each other in the eyes. It's crazy. Like, they foul, and also they travel so much.
Oh, it's crazy.
They take like 4 or 5 steps, and then no one calls them on it.
Oh, yeah. Double dribble, everything.
Is there a trend now to not call traveling?
Yes, without a doubt.
Well,
in the actual NBA, it's a thing, too.
There's it's hard to get into this without going way into the weeds, but the NBA has a technically different rule than college and like high school and everyone else, where they call it a gather step, and they definitely would call it in high school.
Yeah.
But they work all day manipulating it with the referee, watching them, saying like, you can do that, but you can't do that. You can do this, but you can't do that. And so like they've got it to a place where everything they're doing looks like traveling and double dribbles, but guys will break it down in slow mo, and you're like, well, technically it's not.
That's weird. I always thought if you took a step, you had to bounce the ball.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
You're allowed to.
But doesn't it seem like that should be how it is? When you see guys taking 4 steps, you're like, what's going on?
Well, do you want to see exciting basketball or not?
Yeah, I do.
All right, well then just let the referees call the game how they call it.
But I think there's something exciting about you having to bounce that ball because you won't be able to score as much, right?
Correct.
Like, if you have to bounce it every 2 steps, whatever it is.
I wish I loved the NBA like I did when I was a kid, and fucking Barkley and Jordan and Ewing and all these people were physical. It is just a whole different game now.
So back then, was it traveling? Like when the
Hell
Larry
yeah.
Bird days?
Hell yeah. Unless Jordan talked to the ref and said, yo, you're wrong. Let me do what I want. And
Well,
then
Jordan had the cheat code where he would leap from the fucking free throw line.
Yeah.
That is so. When I've watched videos of that, it doesn't even look real. He was such an amazing athlete.
Mm-hmm.
He was so good and so possessed by his desire to win.
Yeah.
He would do things that you would just go, how does a person fly?
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if he was like one of those jumpers, those long distance jumpers. He'd probably have an insane jump.
Yeah.
Because he's going from the free throw line in the air.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Everything he did was crazy. The way he did things, the way he practiced, everything.
Yeah. And didn't he not make his college team?
No, that's not
High school team?
No.
Wasn't there like 1 year?
When he was a freshman, he didn't make the varsity team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, most freshmen don't.
Perfect. May have changed basketball history forever.
Most freshmen, though, that doesn't make sense because they're not even developed yet.
Yeah, that's you're playing.
I know kids in
varsity.
Texas that keep their kids back a year.
Wow.
They want their kid to be bigger. I want Billy to be the biggest freshman. I want him to be a 15-year-old freshman. We're pushing for right before his 15th birthday. Like, hey, 15's a sophomore. Billy's a fucking cheater. Why are you sandbagging Billy?
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me nearly as much in a sport like football, where I see what you're doing. Like, you're preparing a kid for a professional future, perhaps, especially in Texas. They're very into it down here. But if it's a wrestling, it's like, hey, there's fucking no money in this.
Right.
And that kid's 16 and he's in the 9th grade. Like,
Yeah. It's nuts.
how old is the oldest that a kid can be and compete in high school sports? Jamie? Please put that into our sponsor, Perplexity. Let's find out. I wonder if it varies by sport.
Definitely by sport and by state.
Interesting. Do they all have a cap at 18? Or do they allow you
No,
to
but it's gonna
compete
be
at
like,
19?
Yeah, there's going to be a. But before I even hit enter, I know it's going to say something about like your graduating class can't be out maybe more than like 2 years or something like that in case you got held back or you had an injury or something like that.
Boy, I remember from my days of being like 17 and 18, the difference between 17 and 19 was huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big difference.
Fuck yeah.
By the time you're 19, you're basically man strength. 17, I was like a boy still.
Yeah.
Like I was flimsy. 17, I was like a flimsy kid. By the time I was 19, it's a different animal. You've got 2 more years of training and testosterone in you.
Yeah.
If you're a wrestler, that's got to be a huge advantage.
Everything in wrestling is a huge advantage. Starting 1 year earlier is crazy.
Huge advantage.
It's
Yeah.
19 based off of certain rules.
Oh, bro, that's so rude. Making 19-year-olds wrestle against like possibly 15-year-olds is crazy, right? So if you are like in a certain weight class that's not strong, like I wasn't a good wrestler. I was a pretty good wrestler, but I was on the varsity team at my high school, and like 1 year I didn't even cut weight, or one weight class I didn't cut. There was a guy that was below me at like 126 or 128, and he was better than me. And so the next available weight class was 134, which is that's what I normally weighed when I was 15. So I just wrestled at 134.
That's lovely.
Yeah, but I could have been in there with a 19-year-old fucking animal who weighs $160 and dries himself out briefly to hit 134. And there was guys like that, man. You would see them at like the States, and you go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And they were going to camps, so they were wrestling 365 days a year, all year long.
Oh, yeah.
I had just started. I didn't know anything.
Same. I started as a freshman in high school and got fucked up.
I didn't even start as a freshman. I started as a sophomore. I started as a sophomore because some kid kicked my ass in the locker room. Some kid grabbed me in a headlock and threw me to the ground and didn't punch me. He could have punched me, decided not to, but I was so humiliated. I was like, oh my God, I need to learn how to wrestle. Mm-hmm. Then I also wrestled in the park, like in the grass with my friend Steven. And I thought I'd be able, I was a good athlete. I was doing karate. I was like, he can't take me down. He took me down instantly. I was like, oh no, this is terrible.
Yeah, it's a whole different beast.
It's also like how tired you get. I remember thinking, I used to think that I had worked out before that because I had, taken karate classes and done some taekwondo.
Yeah.
I thought I'd worked out.
Yeah.
You don't even know what working out is until you go through a wrestling practice. You're
Yes.
like, we're running stairs? What?
Right.
We're carrying guys around the wrestling room. You pick up your partner, your training partner. You have the firemen carry them around the fucking room.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Then you're doing push-ups and sit-ups till you puke. And then you're doing live drills. Fuck.
Nonstop.
Dude. Animals.
Yeah, we would rotate. There's all those different weight classes. And just for shits and giggles, one of the drills was, escape from the next guy. All right, beep, whistle blows escape. You're on bottom. You have to get out the next guy. So sometimes at a 103 weight class, I would have Hugh Frost, who was, I think, 235, 245, 250.
You'd have to
just
wrestle
on
with him?
Oh, yeah, just for one drill. It's a fucking joke. It's a pancake. And he was probably showing mercy at the time, obviously, but not really, because he doesn't want to let this little fucking shithead 103 out from under him. So he's, putting enough pressure to keep everybody there. Not to mention the 165 freak of nature made of muscle and the 185, it was just a drill, but whew, reality hits hard. That's how you see the difference between 15 and 17 and all that.
And someone who actually really knows how to wrestle. Just wrestler strength. Like I always tell people, if you want to look at MMA, like what is the most important skill? The foundation is wrestling. The foundation. If you wanted your kid to be a badass fighter, you're like, my kid really loves fighting. He thinks he wants to do it, but I want to prepare him right. What should I do? Teach him how to wrestle. Get that kid into a really good wrestling program. Because if you have advanced wrestling, you look at how it shuts down so many fighters. Like, look at what Hamzat did to Dricus du Plessis. Hamzat he just ragdolled him. His wrestling is at such a high level. And Drekus, who was a world champion, couldn't do shit to stop it. He just dragged him to the ground anytime he wanted to. Got him in a crucifix like 3 times.
Merab against O'Malley. I mean,
exactly.
You were watching a guy that does a no-look right hand knockout punch into a salute, no look at his opponent, right? It's just impossible. It appears impossible in every Khabib fight. The thing I always think about first when I think about Khabib fighting is him being on top and having his feet under the other dude's feet, which is just, that's it. It's the final level when you can't even begin the process of posturing out in any way. You are nothing. You are a tissue in an octagon with a man.
And he's wailing on your face. Yeah. He's wailing on your face, and he has your legs triangled underneath his legs.
It's always funny when when casual UFC fans don't understand those little things like that that aren't even part of the fight. They're looking up here waiting to see if the punches are going to rain down.
Yeah,
but the positioning of his feet is what I'm always looking at and how scary it can be here.
Well,
he's not even doing it right now.
He's hell on top of people. He is right here.
But that leg being thrown is torture.
It's all the weight.
Nothing you can do. There's just nowhere to go. And all that weight on those hips, people don't realize. Like, I notice immediately if I ever see somebody that's kind of on top and their knees are on the ground. Like, if you look, his right knee isn't on the ground. It looks like it might be.
And look how he keeps slamming those left hands into Johnson's head. I mean, he got hit with like 15, 20 unanswered, full force left hand blows.
Just holding his arms so he can't move.
Bro, he's horrible. He was horrible. Yeah. It was so good. Khabib was so good. And he would do this to world-class fighters, man. And by the way, Johnson clipped him in that fight, too. It was one of the few times in his career where he got clipped. Yeah, man.
The one that looked really frustrated. Who's the one that looked super frustrated in that?
Barboza?
I'm asking. I don't remember who it was.
Barboza was one of them. But, I mean, a lot of guys that fought Khabib looked frustrated because there's not a damn thing they could do.
Nope.
Barboza was like early in the first round. He had that 1,000-yard stare, which like, fuck. Like, I have to go through 3 rounds of this, where they just give up on the idea that they could even win.
Yeah.
Like, all you're doing is trying to survive.
Yeah.
He was a monster, dude.
Like that, his leg being trapped is nuts. And look how he's scooting with it.
And he's just slamming punches. And then you get up, he's just chasing you.
I got to come right back down, I thought.
But if you get up, he's just going to fucking chase you and drag you to the ground again. So you blew all that energy to get up. The moment you try to punch or throw a kick, he's on you. You're on your back again. Punch to the face, punch to the face. Yeah, wrestling's giant. It is the biggest skill.
Yeah.
You have to know how to do everything else too nowadays, because all these kids that like you see in the Contender Series, these young guys coming up, man, they're all so fucking talented. He tried to wheel kick him.
And really, more than anything, I feel like being out wrestled and being just trapped on the ground is so psychologically demoralizing when you've been training for a UFC fight and the crowd is out there and the lights are on you and you see the logos on the mat because you're facing it.
Back that up a little bit. Let me show you something here too. What's interesting here before the clinch. So after he throws the wheel kick, like Barboza's trying to win, right? This is the 3rd round. He's trying to win, and he throws this wide. But look, no, go before that. When he throws the gun up.
Yeah, that was the part before the crawling thing.
He was a monster. He was a monster. And retired undefeated.
Yeah. And there's something to being on that mat, not being able to move, knowing that the clock is ticking, and this is not how you picture this going.
Not only that, this is with the current rules, where I think there should be no stand-ups. I think the only time there should be a stand-up is when there's a foul.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I hate it when they stand people up.
Even if it's boring. Yeah, I get it's boring, but the guy can't get up, and this guy's holding him down. So he's winning.
Yes.
He's winning. See, I know he's not doing enough. But what does that mean? He's biding his time. You've got to let a guy have strategy. Like when Muhammad Ali did rope-a-dope against George Foreman. Imagine if the referee's like, you've got to punch back. If you don't punch back, no, he's got a strategy. Strategy is let George Foreman burn himself out, and then eventually tee off on him, and that's what he did.
Yeah. It stinks that referees can let the crowd get in their head.
Well, it's the organization wants action too. The fans want action. A lot of people disagree with me, and I understand their point. Especially if you're a casual. Like, it's gay. Get them up. Make them fight. They don't want to fight. They want to hug. Yeah. Boo.
Right.
So what? This is the sport. And if that guy who's on top, who's biding his time and recovering, then decides, okay, now's the time. Let me start dropping some bombs because I've recovered. Good. Well, he held the position, and he recovered his energy, and now he's winning. Like, let him fucking fight. Let him fight. Get out of there. Right. Get out of there.
Yep.
There shouldn't be stand-ups.
And I get it. The referee gets that cheer from the crowd. You know, it feels rewarding.
Sometimes when they stand fights up, I get excited.
Yeah.
I go, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
here we go.
That striker has a chance.
But my position is still the same. I don't think they should stand him up. I'm worse than that. I think they should start each round where they lost the last round.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
So every round, why do you get to stand up? Why do you get that advantage that a striker gets of standing up when you didn't earn it?
Right.
Get back down there.
Yeah.
Get back down there. Crucifix. Imagine you have to start the round off in a crucifix. Yeah, that's how the round ended. They look at the big screen, get a freeze frame of the position. Referee sets you in the exact position and says, ready, fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's what the sport is supposed to be. And sometimes it's going to be boring. Yeah. But that's real, though. At least it's real. Because there's been a lot of fights where the guy got taken down in the first round, starts out the second round and blasts the guy and knocks him out. And it's like, okay, it's exciting to watch, but he didn't earn that position. He just got that position because the other guy survived the first round. And so it's like, it's one fight. It's not 5 fights.
Right.
So I think it should be one continuous fight with a 1-minute break in each round.
Yeah, that'd be like if the team losing automatically got the kickoff after halftime or something like that.
Yeah, and look, guaranteed, if I was running the UFC, it would probably go bankrupt. I'm not the right guy. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'd be a terrible promoter. I'd be too honest about stuff, and I'd want to give people fights that maybe they weren't the most exciting fighters, but they were above the other person in the rankings. I think the rankings should be the whole reason why you make fights.
Sami Zayn won the Universal WWE Championship over this weekend at a big pay-per-view.
I have no idea who that is, but I'm happy for him.
Shocked Cody Rhodes. He was like a guaranteed win.
I wonder what happened.
Rolled him up real quick.
Do you think maybe that was fixed?
Well, it was very entertaining. Very entertaining.
I'm sure it was. I just don't understand how you go back and forth.
Oh, it's the best.
I know you love it.
Well, sometimes that's what I said about this White House card, by the way, is like there's nothing that could have happened that they could have written if it was written that would have made it more exciting.
Right.
It felt real the whole time, and the fights that happened before made it feel like anything could happen in that main event. Like it just felt raw and real, but also storyline. Which then when UFC is at its best like that, it's like the WWE. That's what's interesting. Of course, it's not as, acrobatic.
Well, it's not scripted.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it was a special moment. It was regardless of how you feel politically, and I understand it. Right. If you hate the Republicans and you hate the whole idea, I get it. But just as a person who loves a sport, it was a very unusual experience. Very unusual. And I think people have to just look at some things that way. Some people have a really hard time separating themselves politically because they're going, oh, no, that the White House puts on this thing. There's all this bad press because of the war. There's bad press because of this and that. And they put on this thing at the White House, and it's sort of like MAGA washes everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes everybody like them again. Gives them positive press, which, undeniable. Undeniable, it gave them positive press. I mean, the amount of people that have seen it is nuts. I think just on Paramount, it's something like 30-something million now. And, they were telling me that they thought it was probably 150 million people had watched it in some form,
Right.
which was, TikTok clips, Instagram, YouTube. That is a nutty number, man. Yeah. And I think Dana and Hunter, they were thinking it could get to like 1 billion people see it, which is just nuts.
Yeah.
In some form, highlight reels, clips. I mean, just the Gaethje fight alone, just the highlight reels. How many people watch those on Instagram and TikTok? And
Totally.
The awareness of the event of the moment was so huge. It was like nothing else. Like it didn't feel like any other event we'd ever been. Like I was nervous before it started.
Yeah.
Like I never get nervous for the UFC. I get excited, but I was like legitimately nervous. I was feeling like a little like this is crazy. Like we're on the White House lawn.
Nuts. The flyover is when it really hit.
Yeah, well, when they had all those jets together and they're so close to each other, like imagine if one of those fucking clips into their wing and spirals right into the ellipse.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy. What a spectacle.
Yeah, they would have definitely canceled the fights because they canceled the White House Correspondents' Dinner because of that assassination attempt.
God damn it.
Oh, you had a bunch of bangers on that, I heard.
Yeah, so annoying. I was more excited for that than like anything.
How did they just cancel it? Why didn't they reschedule it? Maybe they're going to wait until the ballroom's finished. Because that's the argument for the ballroom, that they could have it at a place like that where it's completely secured.
Yeah.
Kurt Metzger thinks the whole thing's fake. Another fake assassination attempt?
Yeah.
How'd that guy get in there?
Yeah.
Well, I think some people are just incompetent. There's incompetence. There's bad security. There's people that don't do their job.
Also,
there's also people that you didn't expect to be a problem and were a problem, and you're in a hotel.
Also, the guy made it to the first level of the first scanning of security. It's not like he made it into the thing.
But he did shoot somebody, right? I think he shot one of the Secret Service agents in his bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
Is that true, Jamie?
I think so.
See, there were so many stories online. It's so hard to know what was true and what was not. But I think the guy was a teacher, like a substitute teacher.
Nuts. It's all nuts.
And it's like, man, you didn't think this out?
They scheduled it for July 24th.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
The Correspondence Dinner?
Yep.
Wow. I
It's
did not
on,
know that.
son. You might want to polish up some of them bits.
Yeah, it's going to be some new stuff.
Go back and tag some of them with some current events. Where are they going to have it?
Sorry, I started to...
If they have it at the same spot, that's not smart.
New event held July 24th. It's not saying where.
Is that the Pentagon?
They might wait. They might wait to release that.
Yeah, it's not saying. Oh, Waldorf, Astoria.
Oh, okay. Well, I guarantee you they'll tighten that bitch up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I know he was excited to do the jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was very pumped.
Yeah. They were bangers. I ran them because the thing happened. I happened to be performing at the Kennedy Center the next weekend. So I ran the jokes, and I realized that I had Adam Ray as a special guest that was on before me. He brought me on stage. So I go, you know what? I wrote jokes for the President of the United States to make fun of the press and everybody at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, but I just realized Adam's here. Adam, you want to come out and read these in Trump's voice? And so he was seeing the jokes for the first time. And reading them, and we had so much fun.
I didn't know he does the Trump, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, his impressions are insane.
He can do anything, dude.
Yeah, he can do anybody.
He was dabbling in a Biden the week that I hit him up to do Trump Biden, which I think is I think it's like 40 million or some crazy amount. And again, just like the UFC, God only knows after clips. But it was a monumental comedy fucking moment having Shane as Trump.
Right before the election.
Adam as Biden, right before the election, right after their first debate, where Biden was clearly fucking zonked and sleepy and just couldn't compete at all. And so I hit up Adam via text. I'm like, do you have a Biden? He's like, I cover it for 5 seconds in my stand-up. I'm like, are you free on Monday to fly to Austin and do Biden if I can get Shane as Trump? And I remember telling Shane, I'm like, this is going to be an interesting ask. But I'm just like, hey, Adam's got a Biden. And Shane's like, I have something to do on Monday. I'm canceling it. I'm doing Trump. He immediately saw the brilliance. It was just such a hot topic at the time. And my God, it was fucking crazy. There's clips that I see of that episode, and I never rewatch Kill Tony's or anything. I'll see clips sometimes, and I literally go, oh my God, holy fucking shit. There's one part where Trump goes, how many more retards are you going to bring out here? Because there had been like 2 handicapped people on the show. All right, how many more retards do you have come? As I'm pulling a name out of the bucket in real time, I go, anything can happen, Mr. President. Let's see what the next guy's like. And he comes out and he has like these weird deformed penguin arms.
Oh, God.
And you see Shane as Trump, and the crowd's dying because they see him first. And you see Shane as Trump look and go, fuck. It's just one of his facial reactions to things are like his greatest secret fucking hilarious weapon. And when he's Trump, it's even amplified. It's like, in my opinion, 10 or 20% funnier than even Shane is. I mean, I'm sure he'd admit to this and know it because Trump is just such an interesting, polarizing character. And his take on him is so fucking funny. It's psychotic.
His impression's so good. It's the greatest Trump impression of all time because it's like the jokes are so good. It's
By far.
He's so good. What's funny,
I
James?
found the part.
It's so epic.
Back it up a little bit.
Watch another fun appearance by Drew Nickens.
This is the best.
All right.
Tony, how many more retarded guys do you have back there?
Anything can happen.
This crowd is hungry for more retarded guys. And frankly, I don't think we've seen enough retarded guys. How about a retarded racist? Would you like to see that?
This next person could be one. I pulled it out of the bucket. It is the Kill Tony debut, I do believe, of Jacob Barr, everybody. Jacob Barr. Oh, my God. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Well.
Oh, my God. Okay, hold
Careful what you wish for.
Okay, hold on. We're going to reset this, Jacob.
What's funny is Adam knows better than anybody that you're not supposed to say anything after the bucket bowl comes up. So me grabbing the mic out of his hand and putting it down is even another layer of hilarious to all of us. It's like Biden's misbehaving. I don't know. Did you see Shane's face when he notices his hands?
Right? I didn't even
This
look
is
over
it.
It's like,
Look. And then.
Fuck. He's our Jackie Gleason.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
That's what it is.
Plus, man.
He's the great one
He's
of our
something else.
generation.
What people don't realize, I mean, obviously, is that he is that funny all the fucking time.
All the time. When we're hanging out in the green room.
Every bar, every restaurant, every green room, every stairway, fucking anywhere, everything. I always compare it to Mike Tyson in his prime. He just hits harder and different, doing the smallest little things, even if it's a face, if somebody says something and he just like reacts to it. It's crazy.
It's also always fun.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy. Like, he wants to have fun. Like, even when he's cracking jokes, it's fun.
Well, it's
I know
just-
he was very reluctant to do the roast. You know, he was a little reluctant to even host that. Like, I don't want to do those things.
Yeah.
You know, but
Well, everything is, everything could be something. He crushed so hard. It caused a real ruckus. Him and I end capping that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be this roast of black excellence, and me and Shane are just fucking having the time of our lives. He got to
who said it was a roast of black excellence? You just saying that because it was Kevin Hart?
Well, yeah, that was.
It wasn't like explicitly stated or anything, right?
I mean,
Because imagine if you said that we're gonna have a roast of white excellence.
right, exactly. No,
That's
I know.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's weird. You can and can't say.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's a whole thing with that. I mean, you can't talk about this, but you can talk about that.
Well, it's just weird what we accept, which like doesn't bother me at all. But like Cain Velasquez, when he fought in the UFC, he used to have brown pride tattooed on his chest. Cool. And his family came over from Mexico. They literally walked here.
Yeah.
White pride, not so popular.
Right.
White pride on your chest. You know, fucking Sean Strickland just decided to get white pride. And he posted a picture on Instagram of him as a world champion with white pride on his chest next to Cain Velasquez as a world champion with brown pride on his chest.
Yeah.
And people would lose their fucking minds.
Yes.
And again, not saying that Sean would ever put white pride on his chest.
He would. No, he would. I follow him.
He doesn't have any tattoos.
I follow him on Twitter. He would. Trust me.
He's a wild boy.
He
Did you
did,
see when he
did a
showed up?
temporary tattoo.
He showed up at the UFC even though he was banned. He showed up and they arrested him.
Yeah.
They kicked him out. He's the world champion. There's a UFC event at the White House. At the time, before Justin won, he was the only American world champion. And they're like, you can't come.
Yeah.
Because you talk too much shit about Israel.
He's a wild boy.
But that's wild. That your criticism about Israel is what keeps you from going to the White House as a world champion in a world title fights at the White House.
Yeah.
Like, you would think you would want to celebrate the American male world champion. I think he said some other stuff too, though.
Yeah.
There's some Epstein stuff there.
Yeah.
Said, he's a wild boy.
Yeah. I think he's.
I told him when he retires from fighting, he 100% should do a podcast. And he was like, I've seen these guys doing these streamers, and like, I go, you don't have to do that.
Right.
You don't have to do it that way. He's like, I couldn't do that. Just sit there every day and talk to people for hours. I'd lose my fucking mind. I'm like, right, but you don't have to do that. Just your opinions on things. Like, he's an awesome podcast guest. You know, I'm like, he could totally do that. Just talk about stuff. And also, Sean, when he lets the whole shtick down and just gives you his opinions on things, very smart guy.
Yeah.
He's not stupid at all. And he would get better at it, you know, as he did it more. He easily could do a podcast.
Yeah, he's entertaining as fuck.
I just can't believe they kicked him out of the White House. And they kicked him out of the ellipse, that area. I think there's a video of it. See if we can find the video of it. It's like, sorry guys, like they got like fucking six cops with bulletproof vests.
Yeah, I think there was like 85,000 people there, so it's funny that they're like, that one, the champion.
It's just he wasn't supposed to be there. He was banned. Or he was not invited or whatever. But even if you're not invited, shouldn't you be able to go to the fan area? If you're the world champion, if you want to be that wild with no security, and there's video of him from the first night, from the night of the weigh-ins, where they found out that he was there. It's amazing, because he was wearing a hoodie the entire time, and someone told him he's got to take off the hoodie, and he's like, I can't listen. It's gonna be a problem. And as soon as he takes off the hoodie, everybody goes, "Let's fucking Sean Strickland!" Ah! And they just surrounded by bros,
Hilarious.
just getting hugged to death. He asked some dude asked him to leg kick him, so Sean leg kicked some kid.
Crazy.
World champion fucking kicking some kid. What is this world coming to?
There's starting to be some.
It's him. Is there audio? This is crazy.
I like that we have some entertaining American.
Oh, he's the most entertaining.
That Josh Hockett.
Hockett. Yeah.
My God. He is.
That was what was hilarious. Was people were so upset that he said Michelle Obama's a man at the White House. It's like, that's what he's doing. He's doing that on purpose. Like, he's literally wearing an American flag bandana. He comes out to a Hulk Hogan song. Yep. And he's wearing sunglasses. Yeah, it's not appropriate. You're right.
Yep.
Right. But he said the exact same thing when I interviewed him somewhere else.
Yeah.
He said, I'm pretty sure he said Michelle Obama's a man like last time I interviewed him.
That's what I heard, is that it's not his first rodeo at the
That's
Michelle
what he
Obama
says.
is a man. Yeah.
That's how he ends his interviews.
Hilarious.
He's trying to get people to talk about him.
Yep.
You know, it's the whole thing is so crazy. But all of it would be nothing if he couldn't fight.
Exactly. That's where it's real exciting, is the pre-fight stuff. I mean, the post-fight interview, pretty polarizing, obviously, because that was the news. But if for the real fans paying attention, you didn't get to see him do that. Did I send it to you, the Kill Tony minute that he did at the press conference?
I heard about it.
Oh my God, so funny, because he's like purposefully bombing. So he's literally doing a joke. He says, "You guys know Tony Hinchcliffe? I'm gonna do my Kill Tony minute," and he's purposefully like bombing. It's corny, purposeful, bad jokes, and he's going, "Man, tough crowd. All right, let me try this one." And it's like he's literally being hilarious by strategically trying to be funny but not being funny. You could tell that he was planning on nobody laughing, but that it's set up punch, and he's just he's just trying to entertain.
He's trolling. He's trolling. He's getting attention, and then the most important thing, he can fight.
Yeah,
that dude's good. He's fucking good, man. He's fast as shit for a heavyweight. He's very light on his feet, fast as shit, fast hands.
Yeah, so fun to watch.
And you know what's interesting is he talked a lot of shit about Alex Pereira. And, you know, I want a shama on your mama or all that crazy shit. Pereira losing to Cyril Gane. If Pereira decides to fight again, I don't know if he's going to fight again. He might be done. I think he said he might be done. But, I mean, a lot of fighters say that after a fight, and especially after a loss.
Yeah.
Let him sit around for a while. Then they come up with...
He's not done.
They back up the Brinks truck. Get him versus Josh Hockett.
Oh, my God.
As a co-main event on a fucking banging New Year's Eve card.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Hockett will be making fun of his headdress and his face makeup.
Oh, it'd be insane. It would be insane. But, you know, the thing is, Hockett's got to deal with that guy. That's a different guy. That's not Derek Lewis. I mean, if he continues to fight heavyweight, it is interesting watching a guy who's been so dominant at 85 and at 205 with all that extra weight on. I don't know if that necessarily was the right move. You know, I mean, I think like some weight is probably good, but maybe even 20 pounds lighter, like maybe 230 something. Maybe that would be a better weight if he really wants to fight at heavyweight, because it seems like he was carrying. I mean, you ever work out with a weight vest on?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like a 25-pound weight vest. It's nuts how much harder everything is. So you got to realize he had fought at 185 and he fought at 205. That was what he weighed in at. But let's be honest, at 185, I think he probably weighed 220 something, 226 I think it was fight night, which is nuts. That's 40 pounds difference. And at 205, he probably got into the 230s, like 235, 236, something like that. But still didn't look like he looked at 251. 251, he looked like he was carrying unnecessary weight. A little bit of it at least. And if he was just like 20 pounds lighter, he would still have that speed and movement, but he's always had crazy knockout power. It might be a better weight for it. It just seemed like it was a lot of weight he had on him, you know?
And it all went to his ass.
His ass was giant.
Fat ass.
Big fat ass.
You know me. You know that's all I'm looking at. That's why I watch UFC. And, yeah, it was all there. It was like a backpack.
Well, that's where all the power comes from. You know, when you're pushing off your feet and, you know, you're pushing off those fucking quads and pushing into those glutes and then torquing that body the way he does. Ferocious power, dude. But damn, that Cyril Gane's good. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, crazy.
He's so good, dude. And he's in his prime right now. Cyril Gane is like really coming into his own. There's no heavyweight like him. No one moves like him.
Yeah, I was going to say extremely accurate for a heavyweight.
Not just accurate, agile. Because we were talking about this the other day, that basketball is a great place to start if you're a big athlete and you want to learn combat sports, especially striking. Because think about how many direction changes basketball players take, where they're always kind of doing that. They're always spinning and moving. It's a series of plyometrics. It's a series of hops and jumps, like Jordan's jump. Imagine if Jordan had a flying knee. You know?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
He's hit you with a flying knee from 14 feet away.
Yeah.
What do you got? What's that?
It's interesting because
Cyril Gane's so he started out playing
at
basketball.
least where I come from, basketball season and wrestling season are at the same time. So I wonder what he was doing back then.
Well, he's in France, right? So France does not have wrestling in their high school or in their college. And he learned wrestling after he had become a really elite world-class Muay Thai fighter. So he's got the grappling has come up in big ways. Like his grappling is much better than it used to be. But really, primarily, he's a striker. And when John fought him, like John just got him to the ground and submitted him like quickly. It's like I think in that fight was kind of a big ass wake up call. And Francis beat him too. So Francis beat him by Francis just got a hold of him, and most of the fight was on the ground, a giant chunk of it, because Francis fought that fight with a blown out ACL.
Wow.
Defended his world title with a blown out ACL.
Crazy.
Had big ass knee pads on.
Oof.
I know, wobbly ass knee, but that's how dangerous Francis is.
Yeah.
He could just win it with grappling. It's a shame that he's not in the UFC. It's a real shame.
Yeah.
Because, that whole thing was what drove everyone crazy about boxing. That it was really hard to get these guys together. And this was the whole idea why everybody was excited about what Riyadh season was doing. And Turkey al-Sheikh and, all those people that put together these big-ass fights like Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. And the last one they just did, Rico Verhoeven and Usyk. Like, they're putting together these big, crazy fights. Like, that was the thing that drove everybody nuts about boxing, and that's what drives everybody nuts about MMA. The one thing is it's the heavyweight division. The fact that the best heavyweight, or at least the guy who was the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, isn't even fighting for the UFC. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe one day, right?
Nope. I don't think so. I tried to make it happen.
Damn.
Yeah, I think we need to get those dudes together. Look at that. Look at Cyril Gane dunking.
That's crazy.
I know. See, that kind of ability to throw your body around like that is so huge as a striker.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those guys are plodding. They're plodders. They just kind of wobble through. I think what they need to do is get Francis and the UFC together. They all do mushrooms.
Yeah.
Just make friends.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have much time left. I think Francis is 38. Is that how old he is? I think he's 38, which is different as a heavyweight. Heavyweights have...
He turns 40 in September.
Whoa. Not much time left.
Right.
40 you can do, but unless you're Bernard Hopkins fighting at a world-class level in your 40s, kind of unheard of. I remember when Bernard Hopkins fought Kelly Pavlik, a lot of people did not think that he had a chance.
Oh, yeah. I
They were
remember
like-
it very clearly.
And he outboxed the fuck out of Kelly
man.
Pavlik. He looked so good.
Truly the executioner.
I want to say he was in his 40s when that happened.
I think so.
How old was Bernard Hopkins when he fought Kelly Pavlik? He fought at a world-class level until he's 50 years old.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
We were all watching that one. Everybody from Youngstown going, all right, this is it. We're going to get back on the right path, because it was after his loss to Margarito. Is that right? Who's the guy that got caught with the cement in his gloves against the one guy? Antonio Margarito, I do believe.
43. Wow. He was 43 years old.
Wow.
Crazy.
Against a 26-year-old.
Crazy. Especially at 170 pounds. Like, nobody thinks at that weight that you can be competitive at a world-class level into your 40s. Most of the time, people just write you off on that number.
Yeah.
They don't even care what you look like. He's not going to be able to do it.
Was he the first one to beat Kelly? Is that what I just saw? Wow. Okay. So he lost to him, and then that's where shit started to get fucked up. Because then he went on a bad run after that.
Well, when you got beat up like that,
Yeah.
it's just tough on the brain, dude. There's only so many of them fights that you could take where you get really beat up like that. Bernard put it on him.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a bunch of fights where a fighter got beat up really badly and then they were never the same again. Meldrick Taylor versus Julio Cesar Chavez, that's a great example. Chavez just put it on him and dropped him in the final moments of the round, and then Richard Steele stopped it, and it was like this crazy fucking controversy because he stopped the fight with 1 second to go in a fight that Meldrick was ahead on the scorecards. But the real story of that fight was that the damage that Chavez had put on Meldrick was never the same again.
Wow. Pavlik actually won his next 2 fights and then had a bad staph infection problem.
Oh, wow. So after he beat Sergio, he was set to fight Paul Williams, but to a major staph infection and allergic reaction to some antibiotics nearly killed him. Whoa. He eventually was able to fight again against light middleweight champion Sergio Martinez.
Oh, Sergio Martinez.
He beat him.
Martinez beat him
Yeah, sorry.
by unanimous 12-round decision. Sergio Martinez was a bad motherfucker
Yes,
too.
he was.
Yeah. In late rounds, Martinez came up. Yeah, it's just a crazy sport, man. You only have so many wars in you. There's only so many times you could do that. And the really clever guys are the guys who just don't get hit much.
I went down a Maidana rabbit hole recently. Oh my God. That fucking guy's a freak.
Oh, he's an animal.
What a career.
He was an animal.
Unbelievable. He fought everybody.
He was one of the few guys to really rock Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Knocked his tooth out, then wore his tooth around a chain.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he got Floyd's tooth and wore it as a piece of. See if you can find the tooth that Maidana had of Floyd. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my God. That is
Bro,
so cool.
How hilarious is that?
That's so funny.
He had his tooth put on a fucking. He wears Floyd's tooth on a necklace.
Wow. That's crazy.
Boy, what a square jawed motherfucker that guy is, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that jaw. That guy looks like he could hit him with a baseball bat. He was a tough dude.
Insane career. I think he fought everybody.
The Broner fight too. He dropped Broner.
Yeah.
That was when Broner was in his prime. Yeah, he was a beast. It's a hard ass fucking sport. Any combat sport. That is a hard way to make a living.
Profitable.